Alright, it's Fection, back with another episode of CouncilCraft. And today we are in the shop because last episode we had the crazy mystery box stuff. And yeah, we're just going to be packing up this area, getting rid of the signs and stuff. Alright, I didn't have any dirt, just went and got some. Don't like having iron blocks there, that's way too expensive. Need those. Because we are in a little bit of an iron rut. But for now, that'll have to do. We can head home. Anyways, let me know if we should connect like our own ice road up to Sevi's road, because that ice doesn't go all the way to our house. It's pretty far actually. So yeah, maybe connecting that would be pretty cool in the future. But anyways, boys, today we are building not one, not two, but 3 crazy fast flower farms. See, I use wild amounts of freaking dye all the time in some of our builds, so it'd be pretty nice if we could just have mass amounts of, like, literally every dye in the game at the push of a button. But before I get carried away and forget, because I always do, roll the intro. Intro later, we are at the creeper area. So why are we here? Because if we just keep going a little bit further, we have a very nice flower forest area. And you guys already know we're after flowers. What better place to get flowers than a flower forest? Look how many freaking different types you can already see. Anyways, you guys already know me. I'm the guy with the plan, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to be doing a huge revamp of this area, and it's going to look really, really cool when it's all said and done. And I'm very excited for you guys to see it, but gotta slow down. First, what we're going to do, we are going to do it just how we usually do it and actually build the first one, or just like the skeleton of it, just so you guys can get a very good understanding of how that works from the inside. And then after that, you know, time lapse, blah, blah. But yeah, that's later. For right now, let's pluck some flowers. Okay, so first thing is first, location. So we are going to be building this like right here, at least the first one. And I know that this placement might seem random, but it's gonna make a lot. It's gonna make a lot more sense once it's all said and done. 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna fill in this area just to create a nice platform. And remember, boys, we are doing this at this height because it doesn't matter. If you look right here, it says flower forest, right? We can get flowers that spawn in this area no matter how high or how low we go. So in this area, which I selected before, it's because we have access to tons of different flowers here. So yeah, these flowers that you can see here are the ones that I'm expecting to pull from this patch. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we're going to line up the blocks like this. And this doesn't have to be any particular block. We're just using quartz because it's going to look nice later. Gonna get our pistons out and then line it up. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down here on the bottom. Just walk this way. And this is going to connect us right here. Cool, so we're gonna put a dust down there and then boom. So what's gonna happen is this is looking at that redstone down there. Whenever that redstone blinks, it's gonna give a tick up here. So when we do this, anytime that this redstone updates, all these pistons should fire. So when we connect this like this and change that line, there you go. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run this way, do this, and then that. So what's going to happen is, let's say this redstone gets powered, that's going to trigger this whole line. And then once this observer sees that redstone, it's going to pass it to this. It's going to send one tick this way, and then trigger it to go this way like a tick later. So it's going to go boom, boom. It might sound more confusing than it is, but trust me, this is simple. But we do have to be weary of the sun because this area is not lit up like our storage area, so definitely got to be sleeping. Okay, so next thing, we're going to go down here. Boom, boom, and oops. There we go. And what we are creating is the spot where we're going to bone meal from. And we're going to do that with a dispenser. So we take this dispenser, boom, And now when we fill that with bone meal or whatever, let's say we put a oak log in there. All right, so I had actually made a slight mistake, so I just need to put this here and that there. I was wondering why this piston wasn't going off and pushing the row, but that's because it doesn't power that way, but we can power it diagonally. So I say all that to say, check this out. See? This went twice because it's a button push, but when we set it up, it's going to be just once. And you can see that each time that it happens, it dispenses, which that would be bone meal. And yeah, the dispenser would be bone mealing this area from down here. And now we're going to have to hook up a way to feed that dispenser, Jesus Christ, so that we can fill it with bone meal. Okay, and now we are going to build a little clock back here. But this actually has to face that way. Nice. Then back here, we're going to make a little hopper clock. Oh, okay. Hopper clock. Nice. So these face into each other. And every time that we put a thing in there, and that's all we have to do. But we have to be able to control this. So, simple solution, we're just going to put a nice little indicator with a lever. And now, if we put this in here, that goes. But if we flick this lever, it'll actually lock this hopper right here. So yeah, really simple system. And with just that, we now have our flower farm. Which, by the way, if we had bone meal in there, this would be working. But before we just start generating mad items, we need to come up with a collection thing. Majig. Yeah. Okay, so we are going to place down some of these. And this could be any block. This is just decorating at this point. Okay, and then back here, which this is going to be so painful, but putting 8 dispensers. The reason that I say that this is painful is because you got to craft these one by one. Anyways, now we hook this up to the same line. And we do that by just bringing this out here and double observer. Now, when this goes, it's going to pulse this entire line and trigger all of this at the flick of that lever. Alright, I knew having 15 freaking water buckets was going to be useful. We put one of these in each of these. Perfect. So temporarily I took this out, but if we just put back this like lever, this turns on, and then when we turn it off, it would send all the drops off to the side here. Okay, now that you guys saw that, I'm going to turn this off and actually take the item out because I don't really want to listen to flowing water all day. Alright boys, we are now coming to the final stages of this. So all we need now is some glass. And we're just going to wrap this all the way around to this side. We're actually going to double this up. Actually triple. And now we're just going to bring the... Oh, oops. We're going to make an ice line this way. Okay, and then just connect this way so that the water doesn't leak. So now we have our collectors here. And in the meantime, we'll block this off. But with a piece of glass because it looks better. And the second thing that we need is bone meal. So these bone blocks are insane. It's hyper condensed. Each block is 9 bone meal. So we're going to load this up, put this in there, and that should be exactly that. Cool. So we go up here, and with a flick of a lever, this should be ready. Well, oh my god, that is so loud. Anyways, once we're ready to collect, turn it off. And then all of our profit... Oh, whoops. I forgot to put these in. Okay, well, we'll pretend that these were put. There we go. We'll put the empty buckets in here. So they'll make their way down here and yeah, they'll land in there. That'll go. The pods will be chilling like this until we're ready to go. We want more flowers. And yeah, just like that. All right, perfect. And just like that, we have a flower farm. But man, That is one ugly bitch. So, nothing left to do but make her prettier and maybe even give her some friends. It's time to hop into that time lapse, baby. Let's get it. Flower power. All right, boys, and with that we have our 3 flower farms completed. And dude, I love these. They're like solid, nice, like wooden boxes. I don't know, I kind of like the design, you know, just the dark wood exterior with like the center being, you know, the different concretes, and then you know, like the marble accents or quartz. Like, I don't know, I thought this looked pretty nice. Let me know what you guys think. But anyways, we actually have to test all of these. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 1 stack of bone blocks each. And what you'll see is that this thing actually feeds straight into the dispenser over there. So we don't actually have to go in and under and around. That would be annoying. Anyways, with that, we should be able to flick this. Yeah. All right, cool. So that one's good. Cool. Alright, well, I'm going to check on the rest of these guys and make sure they work, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've checked all 3 of them. They all worked first try, which is super fire. Now, I guess we're gonna have to figure out like a storage system, but I don't know. We'll probably do that later just to get some kind of like storage here. For now, we're just gonna clean up. What the hell? The fuck is this? Wait, what? Hear that? Oh no. Oh no, I hear it. I hear. No. 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 No, I just did a fucking time. No, I'm gonna work. No. It's getting louder. Alright, well. Start the goddamn time lapse. Alright, boys. Guys, I am so happy with how this came out. Not only does it look like super industrial and super cool, but the really big thing is that we managed to turn something so simple, like just a flower farm, which the first one that we built is that thing right there, into a really big, cool project that people from all over want to come and check out. But yeah, there is a lot that I added, so let's do a little tour. Let's definitely start with the main piece over here. So we have this dope ass floor. leading up into our storage system. So this is not like our main mega storage system or anything like that. Don't worry, that's going to be much later and much bigger. But for now, this is actually going to be where we do our dyes. So on this wall, we're going to store all 16 dyes. So the bottom chest will have like the dyes, and if we get flowers that have that dye, then they'll be stored in the row as well. And that's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, at any given time, we should be able to just come here, grab stacks on stacks of any dye we want, which is exactly what I wanted to do at the beginning of this episode. And then we have this side over here, but more on that later. Also, if you see the colors there going in through the chest, that's part of the backdrop. And we did that on purpose because I like this color scheme and I wanted to keep it consistent. And I don't know, I think it just gives the base a little more light. Colored backgrounds aside, we then have the support beams, which you see them throughout. They hold up pretty much all of the ice paths, and it is really cool. I really like this design I came up with, because like, check this out. Like, I don't know, I just like how it really looks like it's gripping these things. And you know, we didn't pussy out, you know, like actual support everywhere. And yeah, and then back here we just have a traditional sorting system. And yeah, of course, all of these are working. We already tested these before, but man, it feels so good to finally have this in place. So yeah, what's gonna end up happening is when these get triggered, all the items will make their way this way and they will come around this way. And we just have a simple pass through like this where the water goes up and down, and it kind of throws the item like this, but it's still enough for that hopper to pick it up. I've already tested this like mad times. And we had the same thing happening over here, and yeah, this just keeps looping just like our storage system way over there. Now you'll notice that this circuit right here is actually closed. There's nothing that's a part of this, and that's because I said we were going to be coming back to this. We're going to be storing something else here, and it has to do with the dyes and the flowers and stuff like that. I'll give you a hint. It's concrete. If you guessed that, you are correct. It's concrete. I love this block, right? And in order to make it, it's a little bit tedious, but you know, I pushed through it because I really enjoy using this block. However, you know, if you want to use this on mass quantities and scales, like guys, this was over a shulker box of like, I'm gonna flash really quick all the materials that I used in this like build of this episode. Like, it's a lot of stuff, guys. Imagine that somebody else on the server wanted to use this block, but they didn't want to spend all the time. Well, imagine just going to a store, you can just buy it. So yeah, and we're gonna be able to use it in more builds, and not only use it, but sell it. And it's gonna be great because other people will be able to use it. And yeah, honestly, I'm actually so excited for it because we're probably gonna put it like around here and then just pipe it in into here, and it's just gonna complete this area. And I love how it looks. This is so cool. I really do love this. Anyways, I could rave on and on and on about how much I love this, but I really just want to hear it from you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, everybody.